So I wanted to have a little talk about the idea that's been flowing through me is doing a podcast style thing where I talk and people listen, or I talk to people and we listen to each other and we answer each other like a discussion on a podcast, of course. um, yeah, I don't know why I'm doing it or whether I really need to do it, but I feel like I need to be doing something. And I think talking about my issues in life, i.e., my cancer, my loss of sensation in my hand every so often, my trials and tribulations of dealing with family matters. Two children under 5 are very demanding, and when you already don't have much energy, you tend to get a bit stressed out. But yeah, it's like, yeah, just talking, feeling things out, expressing myself. I mean, I listened to a bit of Alan Watts yesterday evening when I was making dinner, and it really resonated with me. I felt a connection to what he was saying. It's that everything is much more simple than we believe it to be. We try and define absolutely everything within reason, within logic, within the bounds of our mind. But like one of the philosophies he was talking about was that every little thing has a purpose, and we try and take one little thing away from that, everything else will fail. It's kind of the same with cancer. You know, it's just the body, something happened and it's failing. And we do everything within our power and the power of the people that the medical system tells us, hey, we can help you. We have this tried and tested and definitely not perfect treatment plan that we're going to put you through. We're afraid to look outside of that box. We found the answer that we're looking for. It makes us money. And hopefully it helps people. But we'll only put funding into research that is based upon what we already know. So it's very limiting. There's no new ideas at the minute regarding GBM cancer, which means that I am considered a lost cause. Anything I'm doing is beyond their scope of willing to look. Obviously, diet, nutrition, metabolism, supplementation, electrolytes, none of these things come into their treatment plan. And it's a bit disconcerting. It's very saddening, because I am someone who is trying absolutely everything within his power to survive. I was told I cannot survive. I'm just a lucky individual who's managed to hit the jackpot on surviving past a year with no treatment. Became operable because of what I was doing, but they won't even look at that because that scares them, I guess. It means less money, less funding from the government, because they're funded by people with money. Taxpayers' money is siphoned through the government. And therefore, we, the people who pay this money that goes into the government funding our NHS, it's all being wasted on avenues that only they profit from, only they can gain from. It's not about health anymore. It's not about the people and how their treatment is needed, and what they can incorporate that involves old medicine, old spirituality, these things that gave birth to medicine, and they will not look. And I believe that everybody's right to know this information, that you can do things. It's within your power to change your mindset, to change the way you eat, and to hack your biome. barefoot walking, eating animal fats, animal proteins, growing your own vegetables, reducing your fruit intake because fruits aren't necessary. It's just sad. There's someone in my wife's family who is type 2 diabetic. He's 80 something years old. He's been going backwards and forwards from the hospital, and they're basically saying we can't do anything anymore. This is end of life. And I've been doing this for 8 years, this ketogenic kind of carnivore diet, supplementation, red light therapy, all these things that really benefit the human bioorganism. And I've tried to say, try and incorporate more animal fats. There's people with type 2 diabetes reversing it to type 1. There's people all over the world who are experimenting with their bodies and changing how they look at food and what they eat and how they treat their bodies. And they're having great success, but the medical science isn't willing to look. Diet is something you don't have to pay for. Unless you pay it, you buy it yourself for your own household. You don't pay it through the government. So I think I'll end it there. I think there's so many possibilities within cancer, and don't get deluded by what you're being told. Not all of it's true. All of it is based on old science. It's something that's over nearly 100 years old. Was it invented after the Second World War? Chemotherapy, radiation to treat cancer. So I think it's our right as individuals, as human beings. We all feel the same. We all think the same. We're all made up of the same cells to impart what wisdom we have gleaned from our health. So you need to take charge of your life, of your health within cancer, and that's your responsibility and no one else's. You make the choices. At the end of the day, it's your life or your death that you are hastening towards or retracting from. I managed to retain my health, even though I've got terminal cancer. Yes, I've got a few issues here and there, but I'm surviving. I'm happy. I'm content. Yes, I have my doubts, but I don't allow them to control my health. I stick to my guns. I stick to my will. My power is my will, and how I use that is how I survive. Think about it as if you're a Paleolithic man in a caveman, and you had to survive, and you have to go hunting, and you go hunting for days on end. You can get water from rivers, but there's nothing around. You've got to hunt that mammoth. When you get that mammoth, you're going to be full bellied for a little while, and then you're going to starve again. That's the natural way our bodies cope. A little bit of starvation never hurt anyone. So intermittent fasting, do it. Take control. Okay, lots of love. Oh yeah, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and to follow my Patreon. The links are in on my channel. And if you need an appointment with me, book it on my website, pablosbrainjourney.com. Lots of love. Bye.